If you are feeling a little fenced in with your current landscape design, well, a tip for you, open the gate to some new ideas. We've got plenty of them for you. It's right here on the program. A beautiful lake view too. Coming up, stay with us.
Voted the #1 home and garden center. Discover Linton's Enchanted Gardens and explore 9 acres of family fun. Enjoy the free petting zoo, ride a Swan paddle boat, walk on water inside an orb, mine for gems, ride a quad cycle, and so much more. Visit the area's largest home and garden center. Be inspired by all the beauty. Dine at the Garden Cafe. Easily accessible on County Road 17 in Elkhart, off the toll road or bypass. To plan your visit, go to lintons.com.
It's fresh, it's healthy, it's organic, and it's delicious. It's Linton's Garden Cafe in Elkhart. Enjoy a breakfast, lunch, or dinner prepared by our chef while dining indoors or out at their award-winning home and garden center, conveniently located off the 20 bypass or toll road.
Well, one of the most popular of all features here on the program from Linton's Enchanted Gardens is when we go on location and feature a landscape renovation. And Mark, you've got a great one today on a beautiful property.
It is, sitting here on Little Simonton Lake in Elkhart.
You gotta love that. And this is a great property, both front and back. You've done work on both sides of the house, and we're going to talk about the front first.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we did, we started the process last fall and walked around with homeowners Dick and Lenny Hildy, and I've known Dick for a long time. We actually go back to as a child. And,
really?
Yes, grew up in church together. But we walked around the property, we assessed the current landscape and what had future life and what really needed to go. And a lot of things got repurposed, a lot of things got transplanted, and there's a few things that stayed exactly where they were.
But the goal is to really keep people thinking about what's new and what was here before, right?
We wanted to marry the old with the new so that as you pulled up into the driveway here, you couldn't tell.
Well, let's get started. I don't know if this is existing or not, but it looks pretty good.
Well, thank you. This beautiful weeping cherry tree here puts out pink flowers in the springtime. And Craig, since it's a spring blooming tree, we've got our drift roses down below, which are putting out red flowers all spring, all summer, all fall. And one of the requests from Lenny was she loves red. And you're going to see a lot of pops of red around here.
Yeah, it's a real nice touch. Real nice touch.
Thank you.
What else, Mark?
Well, underneath the base of the windows here, we've got our little dwarf Scotch pine trees. These are blue Scotch pines, and they're always going to stay below the windows. Really don't want to hide or cover them up. And they're the bones of the landscaping, and so it gives us interest in the fall and the winter time. We've got our coreopsis. These are moonbeam coreopsis here. Craig, it's one of the few perennials that actually is nonstop blooming all 3 seasons.
You gotta like that around here especially, right?
Absolutely. And then over here, we've followed the shape of the bay window with our little dwarf Weigelias with the burgundy leaves. These go through 3 bloom cycles, and so you get a lot of color. They also attract hummingbirds and butterflies.
Any significance to the ground cover that you chose?
You know what, because of the blue and the white exterior, we felt that the washed river gravel went along with that nautical type of look, and the blues and the gray tones blended not only with the siding, but we take it into consideration with the roof and the stone that you see on here, and we just want all those colors to blend.
really nice entry here, isn't it?
Well, thank you. We are flanking the entrance with a couple of globe boxwoods. Just wanted to tone down the concrete there. Homeowners do a great job with their annual flowers. Really didn't want anything of much height to hide that.
Very good. And as we cross the driveway, we see another island bed out there.
Yeah, that's kind of the cherry on top of the sundae. And because we've got a circular driveway here, we wanted to kind of tone down the concrete. And the way we've done that is there's a slight raise or mound to that, and planted on that berm is a little dwarf boxwood hedge. So when you are coming down the street, you don't see all of the concrete at the same time.
Nicely done. It really is an eye break, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, cool. This is nice.
Thank you. Accenting the corner here with one of our little dwarf tree hydrangeas. This has been in bloom since early summertime. Pops of color with the gold thread cypress, and of course for Linny, more red drift roses.
And as we make the turn, I smell or sense some necessary evils, as you call them, right?
Yes, we have a monster-sized generator back here on the side of the garage. And the homeowners really didn't want that to be visible as you pulled up to the driveway. And so we're anchoring the side of the garage with this beautiful hemlock here. It's in the evergreen family, so it's going to provide 12 months worth of protection.
You know, I can just peek around the corner here a little bit, and what I see back there, I already like.
Let's go check it out.
Let's do it. Here we are on Dick and Lenny's backside of the house, and you've done equally as nice work back here as you did in the front. This is marvelous.
Well, thank you. I actually believe there's probably more people that see the backside than what they do the front side. And you know, with the beautiful lake here, there's a lot of boat traffic, especially on the weekend.
Indeed. This looks so calming and refreshing back. I bet they spend a lot of time back here, don't they?
I'm
Needless
sure
to say.
they do.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about your choice for plants, trees, and shrubs.
Okay, well, the challenge was that there are so many windows along the back of this custom home here, and there's really not a lot of opportunities for much height, and so we need to stay with dwarf type of plants that you don't have to do much pruning to, and would not interfere with the view out of the windows.
Gotcha.
And of course, because you're out here during lake season, we wanted to concentrate on the late spring and the summer bloomers and that. And so we've got black-eyed Susans here, which have been in their glory, all sorts of different hydrangeas. We've got our purple cone flowers, and I particularly like these dwarf Weigelias here. I love how those burgundy colored leaves play up against the blue siding.
That's a nice touch.
And these do a great job of naturally shaping themselves. And in addition to those burgundy leaves, it goes through 3 bloom cycles.
Hey, that's a bonus.
It is. It's a big bonus.
You bet. What else here, Mark?
Craig, we've got the bay window here, and so we wanted to keep things lower. We've got a little dwarf boxwood hedge, and these crocosmia actually were in bloom earlier in the season, and they do a great job of attracting both hummingbirds and butterflies, and of course Lenny's favorite color, bright red.
Yes, we learned that in the front, didn't we?
We did.
This is nice.
We've got some balance and symmetry going on here with these pyramidal boxwoods. Again, you see a repeat of the dwarf Weigelias, pops of red with the red drift roses, and just like the front, again, I love how those yellow moonbeam coreopsis go with that blue siding.
You brought the same ground cover around the back and the nice boulder here.
Absolutely. One of our specimen Pom-Pom Boulevard cypress here, it was one of our few opportunities for a little bit of height.
Sure.
A nice wow of the backyard.
Very good. You got something going on just every foot along the back landscaping.
Absolutely. Our dwarf hydrangeas will only get to be about 4 feet in height. These actually were more of a ivory white color earlier in the season, but they're starting to take on their fall coloration. I love kind of that pinkish mauve color that you're starting to see, and eventually in just a few more weeks those will be totally dark burgundy flower heads.
How about that? Well, Mark, what about the challenges when you approached this property, especially here in the back? What was your biggest challenge, for sure?
Well, you know, they're blessed with an incredible view of the lake here, and we really didn't want to hide that. We just simply wanted to soften the fence here, and as all people know that live on lake properties, the Canadian geese are kind of a nuisance in that, and so the best way to control the geese is to put up a fence, and there is no goose problem here at all.
Gotcha.
And so we had the fence here, but we had absolutely no landscaping, and so we just simply wanted to soften the fence. But Craig, the challenge was, if you come back here during the wintertime, that huge boat lift is actually sitting right here.
Wow, amazing.
And so what we
Hard to visualize
couldn't do is put any shrubs in here because it would be in the way and they'd get clobbered. And so the beauty of our dwarf repeat blooming daylilies here is in the fall, when they turn brown, you cut them down, and you don't even really know that they're here.
Huh, very, very versatile then, aren't they?
Absolutely, and tough as nails.
Yeah. What do you have here, Mark?
Well, we wanted to accent the entrance to the pier here. We've got a couple of our little dwarf topiaries. These are globe blue spruce patio trees, and this is kind of a lesson of balance and symmetry. What you see on one side, there's a repeat of that on the other side. So a little bit of height here, and again, to keep Lenny happy, pops of red with our red drift roses.
Well, I think you've done the job. I believe Dick and Lenny are very happy. At least they seem to be that way, right?
Absolutely.
And a great idea for you if you live on water, and I would think too if you even don't live on water. You got some great ideas here with what we featured on Symington Lake here today. Mark, great job as usual.
Thank you, Craig.
We have a whole lot more coming up on the program. Don't you dare go away. We'll be back right after this.
Transform your landscape with the pros at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. Outdoor living areas, custom ponds, unique waterfalls, brick patios and sidewalks. Specializing in low-maintenance landscape with year-round color. Designed to fit your lifestyle and your budget. Our landscape architects will personalize your custom design from concept to completion. All plants grown and cared for at our very own nursery. 2-year guarantee only at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. To get started, visit lintons.com.
Well, here we are inside Linton's beautiful garden cafe, and it's lunchtime. In fact, it's a good time to be eating lunch really any time of the day, right, Mark? I mean, you can have a late morning cup of soup or a bowl, right?
Got a hearty bowl of soup here, and we have so many different soup options, and it changes on a daily basis.
Well, you've got a really good one there, and I just absolutely love this. Tell us more.
Oh, Craig, this is one of my personal favorites. It's our stuffed pepper soup, and just like all soups, we serve it with our toasted rosemary garlic bread.
Very good. I like that. And you have to have a nice cool drink to go along with that, right?
Got it paired up with our retro pop. This is our sparkling lemonade.
Did you use that word pair for any particular reason, knowing that I might have some drink that could correlate with that word? Could kind of connect.
Prickly pear.
Prickly pear. We'll tell you about the prickly pear in just a little bit. But what I have is the garden quiche. I love quiche. I had it this weekend. It's delicious. And here at the Garden Cafe, we start with flaky homemade crust. We fill it with farm fresh eggs. We pour in the Amish cheese. The garden vegetables are in there, served with a cup of fresh fruit. Just $8.99, and Mark nailed it. We do have the prickly pear right here with real cane sugar at Linton's Garden Cafe.
And made from cactus.
Serious?
Absolutely. That is cactus juice. Prickly pear.
I love that. And you like the taste of it, don't you?
I do. It is one of my favorites, yes.
Well, you'll like the taste of what's next, and Chef Michelle is here to bring on the desserts. Chef Michelle, good morning, and tell us what you have here.
I am going to start you with a wonderful fresh baked lemon blueberry cookie.
Yum.
It's got wonderful sugar crystals on it, and something that's exclusive only to our cafe, and that are these beautiful truffles. I have a dark chocolate mocha, I have a chocolate overload and a red velvet cake truffle, and they are only at the cafe.
The chocolate overload. I like the title.
Yeah, it can be a little overloading, but yeah, no
velvet's
pairs
my
about it.
Red velvet's your favorite.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness, can't go wrong with the
I'll
red
take the
velvet.
warm cookies, but yeah.
Yeah, great job, Michelle. Thank you so much.
Very welcome. Enjoy.
All right, we will, and we can enjoy all day long right up until 4, right, Mark?
That's right. We are open 7 days a week. We open at 9 a.m. in the morning, and yes, we close at 4 or until the last guest leaves.
There you go. Well, the Garden Cafe. Check it out, won't you? Do yourself a favor and do it this weekend. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
It's fresh, it's healthy, it's organic, and it's delicious. It's Linton's Garden Cafe in Elkhart. Enjoy a breakfast, lunch, or dinner prepared by our chef while dining indoors or out at their award-winning home and garden center, conveniently located off the 20 bypass or toll road.
Discover the beauty of fall at Linton's Enchanted Gardens in Elkhart, a world full of color and inspiration. Everyone will enjoy train rides, the petting zoo, a straw bale maze, pumpkin bowling, gemstone mining, and so much more. Visit the Garden Cafe for a delicious breakfast, lunch, or dinner, a decadent dessert, and one of our warm fall specialty drinks. Linton's Enchanted Gardens has everything that you need to decorate your home for fall, both inside and out. Visit Linton's Enchanted Gardens, conveniently located off the toll road and US 20 bypass in Elkhart.
Voted the #1 home and garden center. Discover Linton's Enchanted Gardens and explore 9 acres of family fun. Enjoy the free petting zoo, ride a Swan paddle boat, walk on water inside an orb, mine for gems, ride a quad cycle, and so much more. Visit the area's largest home and garden center. Be inspired by all the beauty. Dine at the Garden Cafe. Easily accessible on County Road 17 in Elkhart, off the toll road or bypass. To plan your visit, go to lintons.com.
Hey folks, you want in on a little secret? One of my most favorite times of all is the fall here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. It's Fall Carnival Days, and you're going to have a chance to win up to 100% off plants, trees, and shrubs if you have any luck at all at Big Mouth. But you know what? Everything in the garden center, the plants, the trees, and the shrubs are already marked down 50%. So come on in. You'll be glad you did. Now watch this. If you're as lucky as me, you can win up to 100% off. It's really easy. Here we go. Old Big Mouth gave me a workout today, Mark. My goodness. That was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, you're good though.
Hey, thank you. We have fun here during Carnival Days, and what makes it really fun is, boy, you can really save a whole lot here if you have any luck at all with Big Mouth.
Absolutely. It's for kids of all ages, and everyone's a winner.
Including me. So there you go. Fall Carnival Days. Check it out. But hey, we're talking about plants, trees, and shrubs today, aren't we?
We are, and we're not only talking about these beautiful plants, trees, and shrubs, we're talking about the whole entire garden center is on sale.
That is incredible.
It's a 50% off sale. Buy one, get one 50% off.
You gotta love it, and it's only right here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. What do you say we start, Mark?
Absolutely. We've got a lot of exciting plans to share. Beautiful hosta, and this one is unusual, Craig, because it's a fragrant hosta. I want you to smell those flowers, and not only do you love the fragrance of it, but hummingbirds and butterflies love it as well. It's called our Fragrant Bouquet Hosta. It's a great shade-loving perennial, and it features these green and gold variegated leaves. 50% off price is only $4.49.
Right here at Linton's. Up next?
Next up is another fragrant flowering shrub. This is a dwarf butterfly bush. Very, very different than the old-fashioned butterfly bushes that got 6 to 8 feet in height.
Yes.
This little gem only gets 2 feet in height and 2 feet in width. Starts blooming late spring with these beautiful blue flowers. Continues to bloom all the way into fall. 50% off price, only $17.99.
This is a great time of the year to be thinking plants, trees, and shrubs, and you've got another beauty for us.
Next up is our Dark Eyes Mullein, and it gets its name Dark Eyes because in the center of these very dainty yellow flowers is more of a burgundy color. It gets its name Dark Eyes, and mullein is actually a very rare perennial, but very easy to grow. Only gets to be about 8-10 inches in height, does best in full sun. 50% off price, only $6.99.
You know, I've been begging you for alliums, and you've finally done it for me, huh?
Yes, and this is our ornamental onion, and this starts blooming during the summertime and continues to bloom into fall. And you know, these look like little puff balls, and you gotta feel them. And I like how they hover above the foliage here. This is our Medusa ornamental onion. It gets to be about 24 inches in height, does best in full sun. 50% off price, only $4.99.
Now, is any of that edible at all?
You know what? It does have an onion root there, but it's not. It's an ornamental onion.
Just for looks.
It is in the onion family, but you know, it is so beautiful. Why would you eat it?
That's right. Good comeback there, Mark Linton. Why would you eat it? Let's just admire it, huh?
Yeah.
What do you have here?
Next up is our silver mound. I love using this perennial for rock gardens. It's a nice contrast of texture up against rocks, and Craig, you gotta feel it. It is feathery soft. Features that beautiful soft silver gray colored foliage all season long. It is a perennial, so when it gets brown in the fall, you cut it down. Does best in full sun, gets to be about 12 inches in height. 50% off price is only $4.99.
You really do need to come in and see for yourself what we're talking about here, but if you'd like to find out more about Linton's, go to lintons.com. Next up, Mark?
Next up is a fun perennial. I remember when I was a kid playing with these. It's called turtlehead, and very appropriately named because if you look at the individual flowers, kind of looks like a turtle head, and if you want to make them talk, you just kind of squeeze it there.
Look at
you got a talking turtle. Isn't that fun? It's called our Tiny Tortuga Turtlehead. Does great in full sun, but tolerates partial shade. It gets to be about 18-24 inches in height. 50% off price, only $6.99.
See how many young children you've motivated and encouraged now to start into plants, trees, and shrubs?
They're going to start going around squeezing everything, see what it does. But
that's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
What do you have here?
Next up is our Autumn Brilliance fern. It gets its name Autumn Brilliance because if you look closely, now we're having a little cooler evenings, you see some of that change in the coloration of the fern's fronds there. Of course, just like all ferns, does best in shaded conditions. And normal price is $15.99, and 50% off is only $7.99.
50% off. It's all a part of Carnival Days here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, and a few more to talk about.
Absolutely. One of our over 100 different varieties of coral bells. This one is called Forever Red, and it features the red leaves, and I also love those red undertones that you see at the base of the leaves. And when you see this in a breeze, you can see that change in coloration. And the spikes of pink flowers started blooming in the spring. It continues to send up spikes of flowers which attract both hummingbirds and butterflies. 50% off price, only $7.99.
Great savings here at Linton's, and another great offering.
This one's very, very cool. This is our Godzilla fern. And you're probably wondering why it's called Godzilla.
Yeah, why is it, Mark?
Well, Godzilla is a pretty big monster. And this becomes the monster in your shade garden. Craig, this gets 3 feet tall, and I'm not kidding. It gets 4, 5, maybe even 6 feet in width.
Serious? That little guy does?
This little guy does. If you plant it in the right growing conditions, and the right growing conditions are shade, and this will provide a lot of enjoyment for your shade garden. 50% off price for the Godzilla fern, only $7.49.
Well, I don't know. It's going to have to go a ways, though, to be as big as this guy.
Yeah. This is an ornamental maple tree here. This is called our paper bark maple.
Okay.
You're probably familiar with river birch trees. Yes. We've featured those on the show before.
Yep.
Well, if you look real close here, Craig, you see what we call exfoliating type of bark.
It's okay to pick that off like that?
You know what? It's like a snake. It kind of sheds its skin.
Okay.
The Indians used to use this as writing paper, and they would send notes to each other.
Serious?
You'd have to write really, really small.
Oh, I left my pen. Shoot,
Oh, well,
I'd leave you a note.
Don't believe that. The Indians, they sent smoke signals. Remember? They did right on that, silly boy. But no, this is a paper bark maple. Maple gets its name because of that exfoliating type of bark. I love the bronze colored foliage here. Little miniature maple leaves. Doesn't get much taller than 12, 15 feet in height. Yeah, sell price is only $89.99.
Back to back and one right after another. The hits just keep on coming during fall carnival days. And we make the turn here, Mark.
Yeah, look down below there. That is our Sonic Bloom Pink Weigela. It is a repeat blooming Weigela. Blooms in the spring, blooms again in the summer, blooms again in the fall. We're seeing the third set of blossoms, and those blossoms are great for attracting both butterflies and hummingbirds to your garden. Does best in full sun. Going to tolerate just a little bit of shade. You want to give it plenty of room to grow, for it reaches about 4 to 5 feet in height and about same in width. 50% off is only $19.99.
Remember it by name, the Sonic Bloom.
There you go.
Right here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. I love this one.
Isn't that incredible?
Yes.
That is one of the largest flower heads out of all of the different hydrangeas that we are growing. This is called our Glowing Embers hydrangea. It's a dwarf hydrangea. Craig, it only gets to be about 4 feet in height and about 4 feet in width. Never gets any taller than that, and you don't even have to prune it. Now, this is one of the shade-loving hydrangeas, and it's not going to be happy in full sun. Half price sale, only $19.99.
A little oxymoron there, right? I mean, as big as that looks, it's still a dwarf plant.
It is, because the size of the plant just doesn't get to be that large.
Amazing. What do you have here, Mark?
Next up is one of our many Caryopteris. It's our Dark Night Caryopteris. And this is a great butterfly attractor. It starts blooming in the summertime, blooms all the way up until frost. It's very rare to see blue colored flowers in the landscape, and that's what makes this so very special. Normally $22.99, 50% off. Sale price only $11.49.
Well, it is that time of the year, and I tell you, the offerings here at Linton's are great as we get into fall, and you've got another one.
Yes, we do. It is one of our very popular perennials. It's our Max Vogel anemone, and it features those beautiful pink colored flowers along with a little tint of yellow. Normally $12.99, 50% off price, only $6.49.
Got one more here, Mark, and this is a beaut.
I like using these to flank the entrance of a very formal house or to accent the corner. It's our dwarf Alberta spruce, and we prune this at our nursery located in Bristol, create those different tiers. We've done the hard part. It's very easy to maintain once you plant it at your home. Grows just a fraction of an inch each year. Normally $159.99, 50% off. Sale price only $79.99.
You know, this summer was great. We spent a lot of time just kind of hanging around Symington Lake, and I know you love that lake as well. You've got connections there, and I tell you, it was fun being out there today, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I'd like to do a shout out to those homeowners, thanking them for the opportunity, not only for us to landscape their home, but allowing us to feature that beautiful home and landscape with all the Michiana viewers out there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and hope you come in and see us during the fall carnival days here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. You're going to save big time. Mark, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Craig.
Hey, for our entire crew, for Mark Linton, for our producer-director Gary Martin, this is Craig Wallen. Have yourself a safe weekend. We'll see you next time. So long, everybody.